Season of the Deep has been out for about a day, and the API has already revealed what the perk rolls for a lot of the weapons are. For both the Taken Reckoning weapons and the normal Reckoning weapons, there's a lot of guns to go over, so I'm just going to skip the intro. I will mention that I will be making a Last Wish weapons video as well, so if that interests you in any way, maybe hit that subscribe button, maybe give your boy a little slap of that red button, but yeah, let's head on over to the weapons. So, we've got Targeted Redaction. Now, we've got 3 new perks here, one of them being Origin, 2 of them being actual perks. Origin trait is Unsated Hunger, increased handling, reload speed, and stability when no abilities are fully charged. Swords will gain increased guard, blah, blah, blah. This fucking sucks. This is just straight up bad. Unsated Hunger is just really bad since it encourages you to spam out all of your abilities to get the marginal benefit that you have to your weapons. So you just end up throwing out your abilities randomly without actually thinking where they're going. And thinking about where your abilities are going to go is always better than not. So it's just bad. So as a stat stick on your gun, it's okay, but if you're trying to actually get the maximum benefit of it, throwing your abilities without thinking is always going to be worse than actually thinking about where you're throwing them. The first of the new perks we have is Invisible Hand, where repeatedly missing targets increases this weapon's stability for a short time. So if you're really bad at aiming, you can continue to be bad at aiming while having higher stability. And the next one we have is Collective Action. Collecting elemental pickups or throwing a strand tangle will grant a stacking period of increased damage. Elemental pickups will include Fire Sprites, Void Breaches, Stasis Shards, Ioduct Traces, and Strand Tangles. As you can see in the clip I will be showing on screen right now, a single headshot from close range will give us 6,367, and with Collective Action active, it will grant us 7,641. It does not matter how many shards I pick up, it gives me that flat damage, which is an increase of 20%. For comparison's sake, Frenzy is a 15% buff, and Kill Clip is a 25% buff, so it's kind of squeezed in between there. Personally, I think the buff is okay. It's kind of lives and dies by what class you're playing. If you're playing Solar, Fire Sprites happen all the fucking time thanks to Scorch, but if you're running something like Void, it's a little harder to get those Void Breaches going, but yeah, it's a pretty cool perk. Something I should also mention about Collective Action is a fucking monster in the Crucible. So, for example, here I am using Stasis Nades to get Stasis Shards to proc the perk. I was two-shotting my friend here at 60 resilience from this range. So 60 resilience and below, this weapon will two-shot at around a close to mid-range when you're using this. At far range, it will two-shot under and at 40 resilience. So it is absolutely fucking insane in the Crucible. Behemoth meta might actually be a thing with this gun now, which is going to be a little fucking sad to deal with. So, god rolls, as far as PvE is concerned, fucking none of them are really that great. Hand cannons in general in PvE are really, really bad right now. Even this 120, when shooting an Acolyte in the seasonal activity, no surges, no nothing. It takes 2 shots to the head to kill an Acolyte, a red bar, just basic. So it's not that great. If I was forced to choose something, it's standard reload perk, damage perk, Outlaw Frenzy, Outlaw Explosive Payload. I would honestly probably pick Collective Action if I was running a build like Stasis or Scorch or something like that, because I would get a lot of those elemental pickups, but mostly just Outlaw Frenzy, Outlaw Explosive Payload. You could also make a case for Envious Assassin. At max whack, it gives you 12 extra bullets in the mag, putting it at a crispy 20. Adding Tactical Mag on there, you get 23. So if you want to do that, that's an option. But yeah, PvE, not the best. PvP, like I said, Collective Action, Outlaw, basically what you want to be doing for the most part. You could also run Perfect Float, I guess, if AE is something that matters to you, seeing as it gives 30 extra AE to that base 15. Oof. Pretty mid, honestly, other than Collective Action, which is incredibly fucking good. Rapacious Appetite is next up on our list. It is a 750 submachine gun with basically the same perks as before. Nothing really special about it. we've got Envious Assassin, Well-Rounded, Offhand Strike, Perpetual Motion, Fourth Time's the Charm, Invisible Hand, and Encore. Now we have One for All, Headstone, Focused Fury, Harmony, Target Lock, Cascade Point, and Frenzy. 750s, I believe, did get a nerf in the previous patch, so it's going to be a little less effective than it probably would have been a season ago, but it's aight. As far as PvP is concerned, can never really go wrong with Target Lock Perpetual. Target Lock Perpetual is pretty good. You could also make a case for Cascade Point, I guess, if you really wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to, but it exists. Harmony is actually also pretty good with that 20% increased damage bonus. So, for example, if you're swapping to a shotgun and you get a kill, swap to Harmony, and you have that for 7 seconds, so not bad at all. As far as PvE, basically same thing. Frenzy, Perpetual Motion, Frenzy, 4th Time's a Charm. That's about it. Maybe Envious Assassin. Envious Assassin gives it that increase 41 extra bullets in the mag. If you wanted to go full on, you could add extendo mags to it, get 75 total if you wanted to, but overall this one's pretty fucking mid. Next up, we have the Distant Pull Sniper Rifle, and we have one other new perk, that being Discord, where final blows with another weapon will grant this weapon increased speed for aiming down sights and AE for a short time. And when Discord is active, final blows will refund ammo. I don't have this perk and I have yet to get one, so I haven't been able to test this. Whether or not Discord either refunds ammo out of thin air or reloads it from reserves, either way, both are really good, making it incredibly nice for swapping in PvP. So you get a couple kills with your hand cannon or whatever, swap to a sniper, pick them off, and then guess what? You have ammo right back in your sniper. So it's actually pretty damn good. PvE, I would say triple tap Focused Fury as far as damage is concerned. Focused Fury gives you 20% increased damage for 11 seconds after hitting 50% of the magazine as precision hits. At base, that would be 3 bullets from your mag to get that 20%. Or you could run Collective Action. Collective Action is going to be a little harder to work with though, seeing as you need to have things prepped and ready to go. But if you do get that, you get that 20% for 12 whole seconds. So not bad either. Talking about PvP, it is a 140 sniper, so it's not going to be the greatest, but you've got things like moving target, opening shot, or you could run tunnel vision if you like laning. You could also run keep away if you are really far away from your enemies while using your sniper, which you usually are. Pretty good sniper, all things concerned. Got different times, which is a 540 strand pulse rifle. Not many of those. I don't know how good 540s are in the Crucible right now. They could be bad, could be good. I don't know. They're also not really that good in PvE, but they're usable. We have Subsistence, Stats for All, Offhand Strike, Invisible Hand, Heating Up, Moving Target, Outlaw. Then we have Adrenaline Junkie, Focused Fury, Collective Action, Multi-Kill Clip, Golden Tricorn, Head Seeker, and Hatchling. This is quite a wide margin of things you can use here. For PvP, you got things like Head Seeker, Moving Target, or Heating Up. Those are options. Invisible Hands if you suck at aiming. You can even make a case for Offhand Strike as well to get that additional range and stability. As far as PvE is concerned, Multi-Kill Clip and Outlaw are probably going to be your best option, seeing as Multi-Kill Clip at maximum stacks grants you a 50% increased damage as opposed to Collective Action's 20% and Golden Tricorn's 50% as well if you get a matching grenade or powered melee kill. Golden Tricorn multi-kill clip for the most part. However, with it being a strand weapon, tangles spawn pretty often, so Collective Action can actually be an option for you. But that's it for that. Next up on our list, we have Until Its Return. Perks are Well-Rounded, Overflow, Ensemble, All-Loading Hoster, Threat Detector, Offhand Strike, and Steady Hands. Then we have Collective Action, Trench Barrel, Harmony, Cascade Point, Surrounded, Adrenaline Junkie, and Vorpal Weapon. This is a strand rapid-fire shotgun with a 7-round magazine. If you put on Tactical Mag, that adds another one, putting it to 8. PvP, not that great. Rapid fires have infamously horrible range, so they are just straight up bad in PvP. If I had to choose one, it would probably be something like Vorpal, Offhand Strike. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Threat Detector, possibly. I have no idea. In PvP, this one's just kind of a dead fish. If we're talking about PvE, this one is unique because it has Trench Barrel auto loading. So you can make a case for auto loading Trench Barrel for that extra 50% increased damage and handling. You could also make a case for Threat Detector Surrounded if you wanted to use it for more ad clear purposes. Vorpal weapon's pretty good as well. Harmony is always great. All of these are really good. With Overflow active, you also get an extra 7 shots in the magazine, giving you 14 shots in the mag, which is pretty insane. Attack mag puts it up to 16. Pretty damn good if we're just chilling out with this one in PvE. In PvP, it's basically useless. Now we're on to Thin Precipice, which is the final taken weapon that we have on this list today. And it's honestly really fucking good. It's a vortex frame, so it's automatically in the upper echelon of swords when it comes to PvE and a little bit of PvP. Perks, we've got Duelist Trance, Relentless Strikes, Flash Counter, Valiant Charge, Steady Hands, Tireless Blade, and Unrelenting. Then we have Harmony, Counter Attack, Adrenaline Junkie, Golden Tricorn, Collective Action, Chain Reaction, and Hatchling. Why Steady Hands is here, I have no fucking idea, but okay. Valiant Charge is pretty useful for those that don't have Eager Edge and want a pseudo Eager Edge, but it's not as good as Eager Edge could be, since you have to guard and you have to melee within a second of you guarding, but it is an option. PvE, I would personally say Relentless Strikes or Tireless Blade with Chain Reaction or Hatchling. Hatchling can help kind of work into your builds when it comes to thread lengths, so not that bad. Chain Reaction, though, is probably the best, seeing as you would get ammo refunded to you after every kill through Chain Reaction. You could also make a case for Collective Action and Golden Tricorn as well if you just wanted a more typical damage perk. Not bad, honestly, pretty good. You could also make a case for Harmony, seeing as most people are swapping to their swords to deal with a big target. Harmony is almost always going to be something that you'll have. So, honestly, I'd pick Harmony, Tireless Blade, or Relentless Strikes, honestly. Really fucking good. Now on to the thing that everyone has been wishing they had since all the way back in the day, that being Spare Rations. Spare Rations, I didn't have one back in the day. I'll be honest, I didn't have a god roll. If I had to guess, it would have been Opening Shot, Slide Shot. I personally don't remember because I never had one. After looking for 2 seconds, it did have Rangefinder. This one does not, so I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people, but the perk spread on this is still very, very good. Perks you got: Subsistent, Snapshot Sights, Rapid Hit, Slide Shot, Moving Target, and Offhand Strike. Then you have Focused Fury, Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, Kinetic Tremors, which I think is a very slept on perk, Opening Shot, and Vorpal Weapon. Now, PvP, obviously, it's basically a no-brainer. Slide Shot, Opening Shot, Ricochet rounds, and then your barrel of choice. I'd pick Corkscrew. With that, you've got some pretty cracked out stats while these are active. It's a hand cannon, so it's not going to do that great in the current meta, but if you're looking for Spare Rations to be as good as it was, I mean, you can get close. You can get very close. PvE, again, hand cannons are not great. Kinetic Tremors would be good typically, but on a hand cannon, not really, because you have to damage a target up to 5 times, like you have to shoot them around 5 times to get the shockwaves to deal their damage. The shockwaves themselves are fucking cracked. In GMs, they're able to kill most ads just by proccing the perk once, so it's pretty good. Problem is you have to hit a single target multiple times. And with a hand cannon, you're going to be killing most trash mobs within 2 to 3 shots. So you're not going to be proccing the perk that much. For that reason, I'd probably pick Rapid Hit Kill Clip, seeing as Kill Clip is just guaranteed 25%, and then you've got that Rapid Hit for that increased stability and reload speed. But yeah, Spare Rations has come back pretty damn strong. I thought they were going to basically gimp this thing to hell. Oh, I jumped the gun a little bit. There is a new origin trait. Picking up munitions increases this weapon's flinch resistance and range, which lasts until the first shot is fired. This is really good considering that in PvP, most people are running a primary weapon and a special weapon, so you will always be picking up some sort of ammo, having some sort of a leg up during every engagement that you are in. So it's honestly pretty damn good just with this perk alone. Spare Ration has had a pretty good comeback, I'd say. It's not as good as it used to be, obviously, because of the meta right now, but it's pretty damn close. Next up, we have Bug Out Bag, which is a solar primary weapon. Pretty good perks overall, but let's go over them. We've got Threat Detector, Slideways, Subsistence, Gut Shot Straight, Air Assault, Perpetual Motion, Collective Action, Swashbuckler, Multi-Kill Clip, Incandescent, Killing Wind, and Fragile Focus. Something people are going to notice is that this has the same role that Callus Mini Tool has. So if you didn't have a Callus Mini Tool and you just missed that train, it is gone and you can't get it anymore, this is your next best thing. You can get the equivalent of a Callus Mini Tool. It's the same archetype, same perks, same everything basically. It's solar, so obviously. So you can just get this straight up. The only problem is you've got to go fishing. So if you like fishing, you're going to get a bunch of these. So if you're looking for a Callus Mini Tool, I hope you like fishing, but overall, yeah, this thing's pretty good. Next up, we've got Soul Survivor. It is a 90 RPM sniper with some pretty cracked out perks for PvE. We've got Outlaw, Snapshot, Rapid Hit, Eddy Current, which is a brand new perk, which temporarily increases reload speed after sprinting, and this effect is improved when you are amplified. Pretty nice. You got Field Prep and then Lead from Gold. Then we got Volt Shot, Focused Fury, Firing Line, Vorpal Weapon, Frenzy, and Eye of the Storm. For PvP, you don't really have much choice. Literally, I'd say the only things that you have as far as what you can actually do, Eye of the Storm, Snapshot. This is all that sniper has for you. That's it. With Eye of the Storm active, you gain 30 extra handling, and that's it. So this is not a sniper you're going to want to be using in PvP. In PvE, holy crap, you've got options. You've got things like Frenzy, Eddy Current to constantly have that damage bonus up and ready to go. You have Firing Line and Focused Fury for those DPS scenarios. So things like Rapid Hit, Focused Fury, Rapid Hit, Firing Line, those are always options. You've also got Volt Shot if you're just using it for basic ad clear. You can kind of have it as like a pseudo Cloud Strike, which is pretty damn nice. And then you've got Vorpal Weapon on top of that too. PvE, this is a pretty damn good sniper. PvP, it's near useless. So, sorry. Next up, we've got Outlast, which is another 540 solar pulse rifle, which is also gotten from fishing. Something I forgot to mention, all of these pre-taken weapons are from fishing. You only get them from fishing. So I hope you like that. As far as perks, we've got Rangefinder, Feeding Frenzy, Outlaw, Keep Away, Stats for All, and Encore. Then we got Snapshot, Kill Clip, Demo, High Impact Reserves, Opening Shot, and Dragonfly. Already pretty good start. Kill Clip, Feeding Frenzy, PvE, that's all you're going to need. If you want, you can run Demo. That's about it. You can run Dragonfly as well if you feel like it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Mainly just Kill Clip Demo. PvP, you've got things like High Impact Reserves and Rangefinder, or you can run Opening Shot if you really wanted to, but that's about it as well. You could also run Snapshot for that crispy gun feel, but nothing else beyond that. You could also run Keep Away if you're keeping your range, but with it being a 540, your range is pretty damn abysmal, so you don't really have much options there as far as range is concerned. It's a pretty mid one, but it works. Last Man Standing, Aggressive Frame, 55 RPM. We got Threat Detector, Subsistence, Opening Shot, Hip Fire Grip, Compulsive Reloader, and Pugilist. Then we have Discord, 1-2 Punch, Rampage, Swashbuckler, One for All, and Shot Swap. Now, because it is a shotgun, Discord actually has a place here with the additional AE it's being given, as well as the refunded ammo on kill. So for you Titans, this is actually going to be a pretty good weapon in PvP. Put on Opening Shot for that increased range, or Hip Fire Grip if you don't feel like ADSing. Overall, pretty good in PvP. PvE, not so much. You got Threat Detector, 1-2 Punch, basically, for your overall good thing to have. You could also run Pugilist, 1-2 Punch, if you want to spec into a melee build. Instead of 1-2 Punch, you could also swap that out for Swashbuckler or Rampage if you really wanted to. Overall, pretty damn good. Moving on to the final weapon, that being the Just In Case Sword. It is an adaptive frame. No Eager Edge on this one, just Valiant Charge. automatically probably not the best. Got Relentless Strikes, Tireless Blade, Flash Counter, Energy Transfer, Wellspring, and Unrelenting, Valiant Charge, Unguard, Whirlwind Blade, Thresh, Collective Action, and Incandescent. Honestly, it's a sword. A lot of swords have these types of rolls. So honestly, Whirlwind Blade, Relentless Strikes for PvE. PvP, don't use it. Probably Valiant Charge. Probably Valiant Charge and Energy Transfer. That'll probably work for you as well. You could also run Flash Counter if you wanted to do that, if someone's tried punching you. But honestly, if they're trying to punch you while you have a sword, they're doing something wrong. And that's going to do it for every god roll in Season of the Deep as far as the seasonal weapons are concerned. Once again, I will remind you that I will be making a Last Wish weapon god roll video as well, seeing as those weapons have revamped perk pools, so they have new stuff that they didn't have before. So if you're at all interested in that, make sure to subscribe so you're notified of when that happens, or you can join my Discord. I'll leave that in the pinned comment. We have bots to tell you whenever I upload and whenever I live stream. I will also be live streaming Tears of the Kingdom later, so if you want to come watch that and hang out, by all means. But yeah, that's enough shilling for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, go watch my other stuff, and yeah, goodbye.